So now we're going to come across the QL and the lower erectors using our forearm. Again, the goal is to stay on this nice thick pad of the forearm, keeping the working space here. Careful when we're using this that you never move the working space up here. It's too far out from your body, where when it's here, it's more of the bone stacking and you're able to lean better, keeping that in mind. There is an angle coming up the side of the body, and then it becomes more flat as you get onto the erectors. So starting at more of that angle, coming up. And you can use your guide hand to find the spine here and protect it in whichever way feels good to you. Notice I'm pushing through that back foot and I'm lifting up as I'm coming over, and it becomes a little bit more flat, but not completely, because I don't want my arm to crush the spine. I'm just changing the angle as the curve of the body changes as well. And doing this without hitting the spine. So we'll be doing that. We're going to add on today, building off of that same concept, building off the concept of hooking in and creating space, is then coming across the body. So I will use my guide hand to find the spine, to find that ditch, to almost point where I'm going to put my elbow to start so that it does not hit the spine. Putting my hand face down, making sure that my shoulders are supported by my rib cage. Making sure that that's flat so it's not too pokey. How are we doing, Aaron?
Good.
And then sinking down. And this is where we are going to come across the whole muscle, because this is a nice big tool. So it feels very solid. It's not so much pressure on all of those little joints of the fingers. That's why we want to keep the finger ones just a little shorter, a little less, where this is a bigger tool that can do more. And then just kind of lighten up at the end there. Most people have additional adipose tissue here, so this can be a little pinchier, a little more tender. So keeping the pressure and then just kind of lightening up at the end. Make sure to just check in with your clients and each other, especially right now as you're learning what that feels like, and gauging with that you're keeping your pressure long enough and that you're lightening up soon enough, if that makes sense. We're going to take that same move and come up at the midline of my body. I'm going to switch arms. This is how we're going to be ambidextrous in this. I'm going to use my thumb to find the position, place my elbow, go flat so that it's not so pokey. Anybody notice I took a deep breath as my work started? And then just being careful as we come further up here, because that's when we start getting into those traps and crossing different directional patterns where we're just trying to focus on these for right now.